Good morning, Toy Degree here, and today we're going to be doing our banana oatmeal pancakes. This week we are focusing on make your grains whole. So let's get started. So your recipe calls for 2 eggs, which I have here, 2 bananas. It also calls for rolled oats, a half a cup here. It calls for baking powder, vanilla, and cinnamon. And it also calls for a half a cup of your fruit. I have a frozen mixture here of berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna just keep that on, and you're just gonna get it a little bit hot. So as you can see, mine are frozen, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them on so they can start to cook while I'm making the pancakes. So I'm gonna just put those on and let those begin to just slightly cook down and thaw for our topping on our pancakes. For our pancakes, into the bowl goes 2 bananas. And this is a real simple recipe and it's very good. It's an interesting way to eat bananas, and it's also a way to avoid carbs with your pancakes. So those are my 2 bananas. I'm going to give them a little bit of a mash and see how easy they mash when they are ripe. Okay, my berries are starting to do their thing over here. And you can do any berries you want to. You can do strawberries, you can do blackberries, or you can also do peanut butter. I'm one of those that likes peanut butter and bananas. So those are brown, so let me go over here and cut my skillet on real quick. I'm going to cut it on about 350, and of course we're going to use olive oil. You can use the spray, or you can just put a little olive oil in. I'm going to just use the spray. Spray it and get it ready. So my berries are doing good. I'm going to give them a little bit of a stir. You see the steam rising as they are frozen, so they're thawing out. So in there goes 2 eggs. Be sure you don't get your little crunchies in the shell. 2 eggs, a half a cup of oats, and you're ready to go or good, or your quick oats are good. You're going to also put in a 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Remember, cinnamon can be overpowering, but I've had this recipe several times, so I actually like just a little bit. So I'm gonna take and this one actually is a 1/4, so I'm gonna get about a half. Put that in, smelling good. Then it calls for a 1/4 of vanilla and a half of baking powder. So 1/4 vanilla. Whoops, got a little extra. We're gonna have it vanilla-y today. Oh well, I like vanilla. And a half of baking powder. Remember, with your baking powder, or anytime you're making anything, baking powder especially needs to be exact. So you want to dip it in, and you want to level it off with a knife. And we have everything in here we need. Our berries are going. It's smelling good. We're gonna mix it up. It's gonna be just a little bit lumpy, as most of your pancakes batter will be. You want to make sure you get all of your oats in. I'm gonna mash my bananas just a little bit, so we have a little bit of chunks. My skillet's ready. My berries are getting ready. Give them a little stir. Cut them down a little bit to low. And this makes about 4 pancakes. So I'm going to stop stirring. And you use a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to use a 1/4 measuring cup to pick up my batter. Shake any extra off. And I think we're going to get more pancakes. Good sizzle. And that's this one. And this is one of these recipes that you can make early. If you want to, you can put them in the freezer. And you can have them, just pop them out of the oven, put them in the microwave, and have them anytime you want to. They are very versatile and they are quite delicious. This is one of the recipes that I wasn't real sure about because I've never ever had, you know, banana pancakes, but this is one of the ones that I really, really like, and I really like to show people when we're doing the med instead of meds. And so I have my pancake turner here. As these are cooking, I'm going to pop them up just a little bit, and then I'm going to turn them one time, turn them out, and pop them on this saucer with just a little bit of fruit topping, and that will be your banana pancakes. My fruit is doing nicely. Got a little bit of juice going. The berries look good. The strawberries are still a little bit cold, so I'm gonna let that keep simmering. And by the time one gets ready, they both will be able to come together and make a nice breakfast. So let me go ahead and flip. So there they are. They're cooking up nicely. And let me check on my fruit. Ah, looking good. So let those just finish up. So as these are finishing up, my fruit is getting ready. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. We don't want it to go to mush because our raspberries have gone to mush. I'm going to pop this little baby right here out because it was the first one that went in, and it has gotten attached to another. Break it apart. Going to pop it on our saucer here. And I'm going to top it with just a little bit of the fruit. Now keep in mind our berries did kind of break down, especially the raspberry, so you might want to stick with a blueberry, strawberry, but they're going to probably have some raspberries inside. And let's just get a little bit of the juice so we can act like we have some syrup. Ah, and there you have it, your banana whole grain, or banana oatmeal, excuse me, pancakes. And then there's always the taste. Ooh, look good there. Nice and warm and gooey. That's good. See you next time. Bye-bye.